Hi, boys and girls. Today is math session 2, and it's called the change box. This is day 1. The next session will obviously do day 2. So this is going to be kind of like what we did with Grandma's doubling picnic basket. But this time, there is a class that made a book. And maybe if we were in school, we would have made our own class book. Or maybe you want to try to make one on your own. That would be kind of fun. So in this book, the first page says 6 cookies went in, and then on the next page, 12 cookies came out. So once again, you probably already guessed it, they're doubling. So if 4 butterflies go in, take a second and think about how many butterflies will come out. If I doubled 4, 4 plus 4, what will that equal? We'll turn the page. There we go. Now we have 8 butterflies. So 4 was doubled, and now we have 8. If 10 trucks go in, take a second and double it and think about how many trucks will come out. So think, what is 10 plus 10? You got it, 20 trucks. So if you wanted to try to make your own book, you could decide what goes in, double it, and what comes out. Now today, we're also going to talk about how sometimes the rule is not doubling. So sometimes you have a different rule, and we have to figure that out. So this is a picture of a function machine. So something's going to go in, and then another number will come out, and we need to figure out the rule. So let's take a look at this function machine. So here we have some dot cards. Let me slide my picture out of the way a little bit. Okay, so you can see we have our first card right here. We have 3 dots. 3 dots are going to go into the machine, and 5 dots will come out. So take a second and think about what happened. What was the change inside the machine? You guessed it. We had 2 more dots. So let's take a look at this chart. If 4 went in, then 2 more, 6 came out. So you already guessed it. The rule is plus 2. So if I put in 6 dots, how many will come out? So let's see if I can write this up here. If I put in 6, and then we follow that same rule, add 2, you got it, 8 would come out. Now you can decide on your own if you want to continue this chart. So you can choose any numbers you want. So maybe you want to choose the number 12. If 12 goes in, what would come out? Okay, we're going to continue on. Here is our next slide. Oops. It says now insert the reverse side of the change cards. So now we're going to put in 5, and this time 3 came out. So stop and think. Are we still adding 2? Or did our rule change? Did our function change? You got it. The function did change. This time, instead of adding 2, we are subtracting 2 each time. We're taking away 2. So if I put in 5, 3 comes out. If I put in 6, I take away 2, 4 comes out. What if I put in, I'm going to continue on with 5, 6, 7. If I put in 7, how many would come out? So take a second. What's 7 minus 2? You got it. 5 would come out. So this is another chart that you can continue working on if you choose to do so. Okay, so that is our function machine. finding the rule, determining if we're adding. So if we're adding, remember the numbers keep getting bigger, or if we're subtracting, the numbers are going to go from bigger to smaller. Okay, and then how many we're adding and subtracting each time. Okay, so today there are some practice sheets in Schoology. So if you go into the math session 2, you'll see that there's a home connection page. There are 2 pages. So here's page 1 of 2 and page 2 of 2. And then down here, these are for the moms and dads, are the answer keys. In case they have any questions, they can go back and they can always check the answers with you. I'm going to go ahead and open one up. These are called facts and questions. There's little story problems. So you need to solve these problems. Remember to show your work. Maybe you want to draw a picture or at least write an equation like they did. Show some kind of work. There are 2 pages. If you finish super quick and you want some extra practice, please remember that you also have the extra math pages that you can work on. They're down at the bottom and they're marked optional, but they are still great practice. All right, have some fun working on those problems. Take your time, read carefully, and then have a wonderful rest of your day.